good morning, and thank you for landing on Kim's Planet. I'm back at it again. Listen, yeah, I'm doing a little bit better today. Yesterday or the day before that was, man, I woke up, opened up my darn telephone, turned it on, whatnot, got this Google News, and there was this opinion letter that was written to the New York Times. It was on the opinion page, and it was a letter to the president. And it was just so authentically written. It was just so beautiful. It inspired me. And then I just had to express that like right away. Like, don't worry about hair, don't worry about none of that. Just get up, post, because sometimes I don't post when I want to. Yeah, I say I am. I'm a procrastinator. There's another video on procrastination that I have because I am a procrastinator. But anyway, this morning I thought, well, let me kind of go back and elaborate on that. Hope I'm doing a better job today. Um, then a few videos back, I talked about how people are going to have to pay for their price gouging, their little deeds to make a profit during times like this, buying up all the toilet paper, buying up all the hand sanitizer. Well, as I said, and I said it, people are going to pay for this. Like, you're not just going to be able to do this and get away with it. So in Tennessee, yay, Tennessee, they got the Colvin brothers, Matt and Noah. They bought over 18,000 bottles of hand sanitizer throughout the state of Tennessee. And they thought they were going to sell it on Amazon between $5 and $70 for different products that they bought. Like, they bought hand sanitizers, masks, you name it. They were out buying it, right? Well, Amazon pulled their site. Like, no, you're not going to profit off of this. And then the state attorney general went after them. So it's like, in the aftermath of their getting caught, now they want to say, oh, we weren't, it wasn't like that. That's really not what we were trying to do. I'm not that kind of a person. I'd never do such a thing, but you did it. Own it, you did it. Okay? And here's the kinker. And here in the United States, that is so, it's not even, it's nothing new, I guess is what I'm saying. It's not uncommon. People try to make a profit any way they can. We've seen it during hurricanes, earthquakes, people up the prices real fast, real fast. But actually buying out goods and putting people in harm's way. See, there was the difference. It's one thing when you own the gas station, the gas was already in their tank, and now all of a sudden, they went from, $2.50 a gallon to $3.50 a gallon. Okay? But when you didn't have the articles on hand, you heard about a situation like, ooh, let's go buy up all the hand sanitizer and the toilet paper. Let's just go get everything that people need, and then they'll have to buy it back off of us so we'll make a profit. That's what they did. And they're going to have to deal with that. And they're not the only ones. Slowly but surely, more cases are coming out. They're the most profound because they did it on a grand scale. And I take it that the courts are going to deal with them in a grand way. Well, to make their long story short, and it's their business, they had to donate it. They didn't have to, I guess, but in order to make goodwill and to look better, they've donated it. They've donated it to shelters. They've donated it to medical professionals and whatnot. So, there was somewhat of a silver lining, but the intent, come on. Don't say that was not your intent, to profit off of people. Oh, you didn't know the virus was that bad. Oh, please. Going and buying up all the hand sanitizer was quite clear on what your intention was. Okay, that was clear. Very clear. Okay, I think we can all agree on that. So, Colvin brothers, good luck to you in court. And I'll just be honest with you. It'll pass. Give it like 6 months, 7 months. It'll pass. Nobody will even think about you guys because somebody else is going to do something just as stupid. And we'll be on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? Now, speaking of stupidity, so I get up every morning and I don't watch a lot of TV. I really don't because it's disturbing. So I read my little itty bitty articles. I'll pick one or two. I keep my news limited, especially on this situation, because there's so much news out there. First and foremost, you don't have to read it. You can listen to your neighbors talking because it's so quiet outside. Now you can hear everything your neighbors are saying in the privacy of their home. But I only pick one or two articles to read for the entire day because I'm a very sensitive person and I get passionate about some things, and I think everybody thinks the same like me. And that's not the case, but I want to believe it is. But nonetheless, just keep it down to one or two articles unless something breaking comes on, then you got to kind of catch up. But really, just keep it to a minimum. But this morning, this was the story. So the Carnival cruise ship comes in Charleston, and they let over 2,000 people off the boat without even bothering to test them for the coronavirus. Or, even check their vitals to make sure that they're, not carrying fever or coughing or something like that. There's a couple of things they say. Take a deep breath in, hold it for 10 seconds, and then release the air. And if you start coughing, it means that you have some type of fiber or something in your lung, and that could be a clue. Okay, and then temperature. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later about that because that's important, you guys. Taking people's temperatures. So anyway, they let over 2,000 people off, and they said, "Oh, we didn't know we were supposed to test them when they disembarked." Now, before these people got on the ship, they had to take their temperatures, and do the little tests to get on board. But then they sit on, they're on this ship, they're cruising, they're doing their thing. They're in the hot tubs, they're at the bars, they're in the casinos, they're in the pools, you know what I'm saying? They're just touching on all those guardrails, going up and down the stairs and pressing buttons on the elevator, doing all that stuff. For 6 days. And then they get off, and nobody even bothers to take a temperature. So yeah, the officials in Charleston are pretty upset about it. I'm not mad at them. I mean, that's just some stupid stuff that, we would like to think that people who do business on a grand scale think, but a lot of times people allow others to think for them and they just do what they are told. That is like 90% of all American people, believe it or not, do something because they were told to do. So, I tell you, please take your temperature. If you have a thermometer, it is good to take your temperature in the morning and at night so you have a baseline of where you are. If somebody were to say to me, I don't have any symptoms, by the way, but if I did, I would be able to identify the day that it happened. Because right now, no cough. Okay, that's number one. Number two, my temperature stays in the range of like 97.8 to like 98.9. That's my normal range every day. I don't have a blood pressure cuff because I have what's called malignant hypertension. So my blood pressure stays high. And every time I go to a doctor, they want to admit me to the hospital. And it's like, look, folks, it's not going to happen. Not today. I mean, I have my issues. And that's why I stayed inside. Long before they put the stay-at-home situation, I decided I'm staying in the house. I've had 2 bouts of pneumonia, congestive heart failure, what else? 9 strokes. I mean, I've had a gamut of things happen to me really since 2013. The most of it happened. But I had the congestive heart failure in 2000. So I don't have time to play with people in terms of my health. I try not to anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go out and lick a toilet. That's what I talked about the last time. Nasty. Just some people are doing some really just stupid stuff, But we expect our leaders, our commander-in-chief, we expect people to have real answers so we know how long do we have to stay in the house, stuff like that. We all want to get back out. We all want to just, get out, go do something. And while we're stuck inside, we can still go for walks and just keep your distance from the next guy. When you run into somebody you haven't seen for a long time, don't do the initial, oh, girl, hey, dude, just run up and give him a hug. Don't do that. Yeah, that happened to me at the store yesterday. I had to run to the store, and I saw an old coworker of mine, and like me and him were just about ready to do it, and I backed up, and I was like, elbow bump, elbow. So, we both kind of laughed like, it's different. It's different. So, anyway, I want everybody to take the best care of themselves that they can. I know that these are times where it makes you wonder, like if you have something else wrong with you, nothing to do with coronavirus, should you even go to the doctor? Should you seek medical attention? And, yeah, I just pray for everybody because these are decisions that a lot of people are making every single day. I mean, seriously, if I had an issue happen, I don't know. I mean, it would have to be pretty severe for me to go to the hospital. And that's just how I feel about hospitals in general, and right now, even more so. So everyone, be safe. Take your temps. Wash your knobs down inside your house at least twice a week with some bleach water. I hope you all know how to operate bleach water. If you have somebody come in your home who doesn't live there, just be mindful of the areas where they were touching and whatnot. If there's somebody that's not regular, like, you have to understand that this is a virus that can be carried and spread by someone who doesn't show any symptoms. So you just want to take that added precaution. I was at a friend's house just the other day, and the only reason why I was there is because she had someone pass in her family. Excuse me. And so I went, and I think she was a little annoyed with me because I used a half a roll of paper towels. Everything I touched, I used a paper towel to touch it. I kept washing my hands. But she laughed and said, well, I know one thing. You keeping it clean. Best we can do. And find some things to do. Find some things. Go for walks. Like I say, get out, go for a walk. Take some nice deep breaths in and let it out. Let some of the stress out. Some of you guys might be thinking, my job is, start looking at making money online kind of jobs. There's a lot to do online. Now, I'm still new. I have a sales background. I'm a good motivator. I really am. I love to talk and I love to engage with people organically, okay? So if you're watching this and you like it, hit like. If you want to hear more from me, hit subscribe. And yes, people, I do. I might wake up in the morning with my do-rag on my head or my bonnet or in my bathrobe, my precious red bathrobe. I love that bathrobe. It's just so soft and so cozy. But I'm more inspired in the morning to talk. And sometimes I just don't want to get up and do extra. It's like I ain't doing nothing today. But actually, psychologists say if that's not your lifestyle, it's my lifestyle. If that's not your lifestyle, get up, get dressed like you're going to work. Do what you would normally do. Don't settle in. Like I say, I've become disabled. I do have short-term memory. And there's a few other things that I can do, but not the way I used to. So just everybody be mindful of who you are and all the things that you love. Get out there, breathe, look at some opportunities online, how you can make money online, all kinds of ways. Maybe my next video, I'll talk to you guys about doing that, making money online. Not so much how to, but where to go. I mean, they've got some really good guys out there and gals who are doing the darn thing in terms of vlogging and giving you solid information on how to make money online. And these individuals have made themselves into either six-figure kind of thousandaries, seven-figure millionaires. And I don't know if there's any billionaires out there. Hey, wait a minute. That's not a word. None of those were words. Oh, see how creative you can get? Be yourself. Enjoy your day. Until the next time, thank you for landing on Kim's Planet. Hit like, subscribe, and the bell.